Star power on both sides of the ball.
Right now, all the focus is on the Stars on the field right now. We are just about set to begin this one. Cormac will be heading right down the field. Bayshore will be going to the left down the field. Let's go, White. Here we go. It's tipped up, and actually Arizona, who ranks 31st in points inside the county. All over that one. Already a ground ball early on this one. Let's see which side can come up with it. Looking down a bit. Ryan nearly had her stick on it. Ball is still loose. Now picked up finally by Cormac, who will begin their first offensive possession of this game. Arizona not falling. Benedict on the near side. Behind the net. Really trying to lock it down in this first defensive stop. That was one of Cormac's keys to the game too, was to shut it down on defense. We'll see which side can do a better job of that than this one. Sarah Frank, first time with the ball today. Gives it off to Benedict. As she looked for an open shot here. Races in and scores! Sam Benedict with an early point puts Cormac up 1-0.
Yes, there was a fire.
It's going to be difficult to do it this game. Right now she's at 88. Getting up there, though. Playing from the shit. Like on the court of this team. That's big. Getting some shots to fall. For an opportunity to unfold here. A spin. Cohen, no shot there. And now Benedict behind the net. They're working around, and now they're very aware of the shooting ability. Some more pressure to be put on number 3. Pulling. Now back to Tony. Races in, takes a shot, and it's saved. Loose ball will go to the back, and recovered by Frank, who gets decked. And the whistle's blown. Another opportunity to score here. They may have it, but another nice save. CC Ryan makes her second save of the game. Now makes number 3 as the ball is still in Cormac's possession. A third try goes through. And this time it's Sarah Frank who scores. All right, so after some technical difficulties, now we're ready to begin our broadcast where you can hear me. So this is Dylan Bapeska, and I'm going to be bringing you all the action from the spring sports season. It's girls lacrosse, if you couldn't tell. We are watching the Comac girls take on the Bayshore girls. Already Comac up 2-0, but Bayshore in an opportunity to score right here. And it was Sam Benedict and Sarah Frank who both
Early goals to put them up 2-0 in this first quarter.
Frank right now trying to defend here. Bayshore looking for an opportunity even this game. Here's a little dump off. That shot goes through. Lila Gordon puts one through, makes the score 2-1, and cuts Comac's early lead in half. Another part about this game, we've got a lot of star power on both sides. Multiple players on Bayshore and Comac ranked inside the top 50 in multiple statistics. You got Ashley Arizona, who's 44th ranked in points and 31st ranked in goals. And both goalies are ranked inside the top 50 in terms of saves. So we've got a lot of great stars to show off to you here live on YouTube, Comac Schools YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already to keep up with all our future streams. So now our fourth face-off of the game is on the ground. We'll see who comes up with it, and it is going to be Bayshore. We'll see how well the Comac midfield and the attackers can try and shut down right here. But bursting through is Rachel Wade. She's ranked 48th in points. It's hard to find someone who has not got some type of career accolade in this one. Here's Brewer trying to work it around. And that one deflected right into the stick of a Comac player. And so now they take it down the field. Far side, Cohen makes a nice recovery. Circling around. And she'll give it off to Frank, who now moves down the near side. Brings it back over the middle. We'll see who she's got. Multiple players on her left and right. Comac's been able to work it around really well with Benedict behind the net. They're able to loop it around, find some shots, and that's how they've gotten 2 of their goals earlier. But Cece Ryan, Bayshore's goalie, has made some 3 key saves early in this game. One of them led to a goal anyway. But it still kept on the pressure on this Comac offense. Frank drives in. Inside the 8 mark. Colleen now. Had nowhere to go. Bayshore, a nice job blocking off any opportunity there. Playing zone coverage, it looks like here. And now they all man up. Benedict with a nice shot. And that's her second. Just beautiful. Wraps that one around. Puts it in. Gives Comac their 2-goal lead right back. And you saw the big hug there from Leah Cohen. This is a group of girls that has played with each other for multiple years. And about those 2 specifically, they've both already committed to university. So 2 very, very skilled players already know where they'll be continuing their talents for lacrosse. Looking to finish off their junior year of high school. So they have got another year next year where you'll be able to see them continue to shine. Arizona's the sophomore. Here on the face-off, that ball is up in the air, and it'll be fought for, taken by Bayshore. Now the whistle's going to be blown here. Bayshore retains possession. We'll see if they can respond. Here's Braddock. You got to wonder what Carolina means from this Bayshore bench. I'm sure it's some type of play they're trying to run. We'll see if it's successful. Good pressure here by Arizona's. The whistle will be blown once again. This is Ashley Stewart. Another big-time attacker for this team as Stern makes a good save. That ball will go all the way to the back. So now Bayshore
retains possession, and now from behind the net, we'll see if they can do what Comac has done earlier in this game. Another nice save by Stern. And she gets it out. So a good stop there on defense by Comac. Will keep their 2-goal lead, but here's a pass that goes right into a sea of red and white. And Sarah Frank's going to recover with this one and send it down the field to Benedict. Cohen drives in. No shot there, and saved by the keeper. Ryan able to pick up another save, and Stern picks up 2 on that last defensive possession. And you can already see why these are 2 goalkeepers with plenty of saves on the season. All alone is Brewer, takes it all the way down the field and is now going to go to the ground as the whistle's blown. Mark, another nice save there by Stern. That's a big time stop. Comac on the attack once again. We'll see if they can capitalize after 2 big defensive stops in this first quarter. Just getting inside the final 3:30 of quarter number 1. Comac keeping the ball all the way around 12 line. Benedict looking to give it up. Looking for someone cutting across. A lot of sticks flying there. And it goes through. Comac now taking a 4-1 lead in this one. And we're going to go to break for a quick timeout before we come back for the rest of this first quarter. Welcome back to live coverage of girls lacrosse here from the Comac Cougar Stadium. The girls are up right now 4-1. It's been a high-scoring affair in the first few minutes of this one. Sam Benedict early on with 2 goals, and she is quickly approaching a career milestone of 100 goals as a part of this program. She's at about 90 right now, so unless she really has an incredible game, we'll not be getting that during our broadcast. But if you follow along throughout the season, you'll get to find out. And out of the timeout, Comac will take possession of the ball here. Benedict goes right up for that one. And that yellow stick head's the easiest one to see out of this crowd. You can tell when number 3 is going to take a shot. Here's Cullen behind the net. Frank's already scored in this one. Just biding their time right now for something to unfold here. Frank's going to make her move. Takes a shot, and that one goes through. And so now she has 2 on the day as well, joining Benedict. Another strong display of offense there by Comac. Frank just able to do it all by herself. That brings the score now 5-1. So a big advantage as we're getting close to the end of this first quarter. Face-off ends up on a ground ball, and Bayshore had it for a second. Ball's loose again, and Bayshore will keep it. This ball is kept in bounds, it appears, by Judas. And they get out of that tough situation there. Comac's defense really bringing the pressure right there. Yeah, that ball was loose for a while, and finally Bayshore able to come up with possession. Now we'll see if they can begin another attack. Foul there by Comac. It's going to give Bayshore an opportunity here. Stewart gives it off. Wade. Driving it in, spinning back. Makes a nice shot there. So that'll bring him one closer, making it 5-2. Wade scores, now making it a 3-goal game. So, after the goal by Wade, it makes it a 3-point game, but now Sarah Frank is going to look for her third of the game here, possibly, to go right back to a 4-point lead. Comac's offense been really strong in this first quarter. And that same game plan by them has continued to work. We'll see if Bayshore is able to make any adjustments. If not now, then in between the break of the first and second quarters. Another ground ball here is still loose. Comac's able to come up with it again. Time running inside the final 20 seconds of the first quarter. Now inside 10. Frank. And it goes through. Or does it? It does go through. Okay. So that's her third of the game, making it 6-2. Right back to a 4-point lead. Sarah Frank early on has a hat trick in this one. And with 5 seconds left, in the first quarter. Unlikely anything else will happen before we end it. Tipped around and taken away by Frank. And that'll end the first quarter. Comac, a strong offensive effort in quarter number 1. Going to lead it 6-2. We'll be right back for the second quarter after this. We're just about ready to start the second quarter of action here. Comac, a strong showing in that first quarter offensively, put 6 points on the board to Bay Shores 2. Sam Benedict, Sarah Frank, the two key players offensively for Comac in this one. They combined for 5 goals. To recap, a lot of shots on goal by both sides. Comac maintained possession for most of the time, and their offensive schemes have worked. So we'll see if Bay Shores made any adjustments. The biggest thing they could do right now is work on picking up ground balls, because it seems just about every single one is taken by Comac. Quarter number 2 underway. And right there, Bay Shores able to win a faceoff, and as you can see here, they switch sides on offense. Starting off the second quarter with a score, it's going to help this team a lot. Let's see if they can get it done. Judas continues it down the field and now gives it off. And intercepted. That pass going to go the other way. That time a nice pickup by Parisi. She sends it down. There's a goal. Benedict gets her third. And her and Frank have just looked really, really good today, shooting on target. And pretty much all 6 of these goals, all 7 now, have been on the top 2 corners, not giving this goalie much of a chance to make a save. Lacrosse and hockey goalies got to be 2 of the hardest positions you could play in sports. Those little objects flying at you, all the gear you're wearing, and to make the saves like these players do, it's pretty impressive to watch. And luckily enough so far for Carly Stern, she hasn't had to face many shots on goal yet. Fisher just has not gotten enough good looks to keep up with this Comac team. Here's a ball that's going to be recovered by Frank, who's going to work it back, trying to give it off to a defender, and now we'll turn it upfield. Able to find Benedict there. These 2 are making a really good combo in this game. Here's a shot, and saved. Nice effort right there by Ryan. Game right now is a 5-goal game, but that is far from over. Important for her just as much as anyone else in this team to stay in this one. Bayshore bringing it down the field now. And a chance. Bounced in front of the goal and saved by Stern. Gordon scored once in this game. Tried right there for something. Just could not get it to fall through. This one given off to Simpson. Comac being a little patient again. As we've seen before in previous attacks, it just takes one move for them to pounce on an opportunity and score. And a pass taken away by Bayshore. So a key stop right here. Let's see if they can lead it to a score. And that pass over the head. It'll be scooped up by Comac's defense. Able to make another stop. Ball's loose. Who's going to get on it? Gabby Brown this time. Comac working on all cylinders. Still up 5 inside the final 9 minutes of the second quarter, first half. Benedict bringing it behind the net. See who gets a good look this time. Frank getting forced out right here. Can you find a way in? Can you find someone to give it up to? Still looking, gives it off to Cohen. Now Benedict. He's got nowhere to go and actually gives it up. So now Bayshore once again will try on the attack. Important to make no bad passes here. Can't have that last possession turn out like this one. That shot saved. Good pressure that time by Parisi. As a turnover here could lead to a shot. There it is. And so finally, one opportunity too many leads to a goal by Bayshore. Sets things back to a 4-score game now, as we have 7:32 left in the second quarter. Another face-off won by Comac, and this time Sarah Frank gets her stick on the ball first. Comac, a rare mistake in this one on their last offensive possession. They're going to try to make sure that doesn't happen again. You got to like to hear all players on both sides communicating with each other. That's what leads to good teamwork. And that is very key in a sport like lacrosse. Goes back to Arizona's. Now Cohen looking for a shot. Can't find it anywhere. Benedict boxed out as well. This one off quickly. Ball is still loose. No one able to pick up this one yet. Frank fighting for it, and a whistle's going to be blown. Cohen. An illegal offensive move right there. Going to lead to a turnover. And now racing down the field is Bayshore. Brewer in open territory, bringing it all the way down. Gets this ball dropped from her stick. And the whistle's going to be blown. So a foul right here will lead to another opportunity for Bayshore. We'll see if they can cut this lead to 3. Here we go. Hits the post. That one does not go through. And the ball will end up out of bounds. Bayshore will get possession, but a big missed opportunity there. On the shot was Caitlin Brewer, and she just hit the right upright. Another opportunity here, but good defensive coverage. Frank and Ruffino both getting their sticks in on it. Leads to a stop, but a ball out of bounds by Comac. So they have still not been able to cleanly come away with a stop here. Bayshore's possession will continue. Here goes Brewer again. Another whistle blown. And here we go. From the right side. Brewer once more. Got to keep it off the post, and instead, the ball's stuffed away. Brewer ends up on the ground. Bayshore comes up with it again. And boy, Stern for a second there was not looking. She thought the play was over. Bayshore trying to bring it in here. No great looks yet. There's a fake. Brown getting her stick up. And so was Ruffino on that one, too. Long possession here for Bayshore. Let's see if they can capitalize. That one lobbed up. Now loose. Oh, and a tough push right there. Clock's going to be stopped. And that time contact between Cohen and Judas. And Cohen will retreat to the bench. So now advantage Bayshore here on this long possession. Got to find a good look here. That one no good. Stearns really looked confident in goal in this one. And now Comac finally able to get the ball on their side of the field. Benedict trying to work it around the defender. Colleen right now has nobody on her as Bayshore playing some zone defense. And there it is. Goes to Colleen. And this time it's Simpson who has no one on her, with Colleen as well. So we'll see if the zone approach is able to pay off for Bayshore here. Colleen. And stop. Now a loose ball, but taken by the goalies of CC Ryan. Ryan gives it off. And in heavy pressure here, this ball's taken away. Here's a shot and a score. Arizona's puts one through. In a tough situation there on defense. Opiso getting doubled up and had nothing to do but get rid of the ball. That leads to some contact. And Arizona's able to pick it up and make the score. And she'll head right back to midfield now to take this next faceoff. Comac with a 5-goal advantage. Once again, the score 8-3. Comac probably going to try and wait out some clock here until Cohen's able to get back on the field and make it an even matchup once again. Up in the air and taken away by Bayshore. So now this could be dangerous because one of the midfielders is missing for Comac. No good looks here over the middle. Bayshore got to find something that works on offense as Leah Cohen now back onto the field. So that'll take away the advantage. They're only able to manage 1 goal off of it. Bringing it in here. Brewer. Couldn't find anything there. This defense able to lock him down so far on this possession. A fake that time. Wade. Swinging it around. Nearly getting triple team for a second. Now she finds a hole. Takes a shot. And that one goes through. Rachel Wade picks up her second goal of the game. Makes the score 4-8. So the margin's been consistently at 4 goals. Bayshore just needs to come up with some stops, which they've done in the past. But then they finally capitalize on them and not wait until Comac scores to score again. 1:19 left. Or no, make it 11.9 left in the second quarter. And so we'll see if any team's able to throw up some type of Hail Mary shot here in these final few seconds before we end off the first half. And both number 13s, Arizonas and Brewer, 2 star players, both ranked inside the top 35 in terms of points. And slapped away by Benedict. Ball is still loose with 5. And this is going to end it. So the first half done here in Comac, and the Cougars lead it 8-4. Big offensive effort on both sides, but Bayshore does keep the goals down by Comac in quarter number 2. We'll see how both sides adjust for the next two halves, or the next half coming up. first half I have sound, and then right as live I'm watching, there's no sound. Another goal by Bayshore brings the score now within 3. So things starting to get dangerous here for Comac because it looks like this team made the adjustment they needed to. In a 9-6 game, we'll see if Comac can now work on getting their offense back into this one. And with the same attackers being out here since the start, fatigue could start to become an issue as we ride to the end of this third quarter. Brewer's been out there for every faceoff for this Bayshore side. And he's been a key player on offense as well. Popped up right there for it is Grant. And Jenna Grant's going to try and give this one off. Nice pass right there. That's a really good ball. Bayshore with an opportunity. Oh, and a check to the ground right there is going to blow a whistle. Advantage plays. Bayshore, a shot and a score. Now it's a 2-point game. The turntables are turning right now. It's now 9-7. As Opiso's able to score. Now things are interesting. Both benches into this game now because it's just become a game. Ground ball. Still on the ground and Comac able to take it. Here's Simpson from the far side. Comac's going to take a timeout here. Momentum on the way of Bayshore. And they keep this 2-point lead. Comac does. We're going to head to break, and then we'll bring you back the rest of the action from the third quarter. Welcome back. Action taking you live here at the third quarter. The Cougars continuing to lead Bayshore 9-7, but the score wasn't this close when we started this third quarter. Bayshore has been able to score 3 unanswered, has made this a game. Comac's offense has really got to wake up here. Let's see if this is the drive to get them back on their feet. See who the ball goes in the hands of, or in the stick of, to take this next shot. It's Frank, who's been an offensive scorer today. Her and Benedict. No one open, cutting over the middle, so it gets sent back out wide. Cohen. Benedict from behind the net. This has worked a few times before. But now they bring pressure. Clock's going to be stopped right here. And Benedict will reset. She's going to bring it straight up. Fake and a block. Good save by Ryan. And the ball's taken away by Bayshore. Now still loose. And play will be stopped again. Bayshore will retain possession here. Now another opportunity for them to bring this to a 1-point game. Here's Brewer, who scored a few in this one. And now Gordon from behind the net. Spinning. No chance here. Good ball and a score. Brings it down to a 1-point game. Rachel Wade scores her third. And now Comac on the verge of a blown lead. .435 left in the third quarter. And the score now 9-8. Still in favor of the Cougars, but by increasingly less and less. Maybe the biggest face-off yet of this game. In the air. Back to the ground. And Bayshore looks like they will take this one, and they do. Here's Brewer. Trying to work it down the middle of the field. A nice spin right there. Still in some coverage. Gives it off to Grant. Brewer. What can she do? Trying to confuse this defense with a lot of moving pieces right now on that Bayshore side. Here is Stewart trying to work it in now. She gives it back off from outside the 12 line. Another spin and a shot goes over the goal. Judas gives it up. Oh, and it goes over the head. And having to recover twice that time was Jenna Grant. But she does. Now sends the ball back in from behind the net. The good defensive stop is allowed only one shot on goal. Or one shot, not even on target. Frank able to pick it up and that possession. Here's Benedict. Simpson on the wing. She may try and do this herself. Drives all the way in, but no shot. And now the ball gets deflected and kept in bounds. But they'll turn it over. That may be the biggest stop yet by Bayshore. And so Ryan in goal with the ball gives it off. And here's the turn upfield. So this becomes a real chance here, but now the ball's knocked away. Who's going to get this one? Cohen racing for it. Still on the ground. And Leah Cohen able to make the stop right there. And that one goes out of bounds. It will be Bayshore ball once again. Brewer gives it off. See if they can find a way to get a shot on goal. This Comac defense has been really strong since the 8th one they let up. Really hard to work your way through traffic in spots like these. This whole defense is just focused on denying shots on target. Judas with nowhere to go, brings it behind the net. Carter bringing some pressure, and the whistle's going to be blown. That one goes through. We are tied up at 9. And man, a little pause right before a quick attack, and that leads to this game all evened up. So make it a 5-point comeback complete by Bayshore. They even up this score at 9, and now we'll see what team can continue to put themselves in a better position. Right now, Bayshore doing a much better job defensively and offensively. Comac's team is just falling apart these last few minutes, and they cannot wait, I'm sure, until this third quarter to fourth quarter break. We've got 1:03 until we enter quarter number 4 tied up. Bayshore able to win the faceoff once again. It's now Comac choosing to play aggressive here. See if they can take the lead. They have not led all game. Grant gives it off. And now that ball goes over the head. It stays in. Bayshore continues their possession. Good chance here. That one goes through. And once again, it's Brewer. Gives him a 10-9 lead. This is an incredible comeback to watch. Nine seconds left here in the third quarter. And it looks all likely that Bayshore will head into quarter number 4 with a 10-9 lead. Do we see a buzzer beater here in lacrosse? We've seen a few of those in basketball earlier in the year. Ball's going to be fought for, and that'll run out the clock. Settle end third quarter. 6 unanswered goals by Bayshore gives them a 10-9 lead. We've got the final few minutes of this game to catch right after this. It's time for the fourth quarter here in Comac. The Cougars have let up 6 unanswered goals to end off the third quarter, but they'll look to rebound. Down only 1. It's 10-9 in a game that, well, from the first face-off, we thought would be well in Comac's favor. But a bad third quarter is going to lead to this becoming a game in the fourth quarter. All the momentum right now at Bayshore, and neither side's going to look to back down in this one. We'll see who can finish strong. 12 minutes to decide a winner. Boy, a face-off knocked right out of the stick of Caitlin Brewer. She got hit to the ground pretty hard. Regains the ball, gives it off. And now it's Judas. And from behind the net, Opiso. Bayshore's found a way to find a lot more shots on goal than they had been in the first half. So we'll see if Comac's made any adjustment to fix their defense that had been working really well early in this game. Opiso kicks it out. Gordon. Now back to Brewer. Brewer drives in quick, gets the ball knocked around, and it bounces just over the net. Wade that time took a shot, and it looked like a lot of Comac players had an opportunity to bounce on that one, but could not. Instead, the lucky bounce just over the net's going to lead to them having possession anyway. Frank turns it around after nearly getting forced out. Now Comac's able to work it all the way to behind the net. Simpson gives it off to Cohen. Cohen, a big piece in the midfield, but has yet to score in this game. She has not taken many shots on goal. Frank. Now Benedict from behind the net. Comac really biding their time here on this possession. Frank trying to spin it around. Gives it back to behind the net. Boy, Benedict really in some pressure here. Down to 11 seconds. Now make it 10 on the clock. With 10 seconds on the shot clock, they got to make something happen now. There it is! And we're tied up at 10. Arizona's with a good shot to even this game up. And that was just what this team needed to get themselves back into the game mentally and score-wise to tie it up at 10 apiece. And for a while there, it didn't seem like it'd be a barrier they could break. But they finally get to the double-digit mark of points. And now it's anyone's game with just over 9 minutes left. And Arizona's after the score on the face-off here against the other number 13, Caitlin Brewer. And she wins the face-off after it got bounced around. Now let's see if Comac can score back-to-back to give themselves the lead back. Over the middle, bounced around. No shot that time, but Benedict does scoop it up. With 8:30 to play. Spins it around. Arizonas gets that one saved. Ryan making a key save right there. And she gives it off to Jenna Grant. Bayshore going to try and work it down the field here. That ball got deflected by Cohen, taken away by Comac. Arizona's pushing it down the field and now gets put to the ground. So a whistle will be called, and this is a big spot for Comac now. Here we go. Arizonas. Gets it saved. CeCe Ryan coming up with another big save. Keeps the score even at 10 with now 7 minutes to go. This ball's given off. Bayshore going to wait here for something to unfold. No need for a desperation mode yet in terms of scoring. From behind the net now. Brewer puts that one just wide to the right. And it'll roll out, keeping position with Bayshore. Or possession, rather. Another deflected pass that time. Stopped right here to reset the shot clock. And now ready to resume. So Bayshore with less time now to do something. Wade trying to look for an opportunity here. The ball's batted around. And Cohen will pick it up. That's a big stop by Comac. Now let's see if they can turn it into the go-ahead goal. Benedict gives it off, and it goes through. The return of the Mac. It's 11-10. And it's Kolmachuk who's able to put it through. And her first score of the game comes in maybe the biggest spot yet. Say this game's been put away from that goal is a far stretch. Still 5:35 for both teams to put some points on the board. Now more than ever, you're going to look to your stars to come through for you. Frank able to come away with this face-off, and they'd been waiting for her. They've done that so often in the second and third quarter, led to a lot of Comac goals. Able to do that once again. Arizonas gives it off to Simpson. Kolmachuk from behind the net. Cullen and just about everyone on this attack of Comac getting the ball. Cohen works it in. Unable to take a shot. Benedict goes to the ground, gets back up. Owen's going to give it off to her. Sam Benedict working it in. Spinning. No shot, now loses the ball. And another whistle blown. And now she'll go from the 8 line. Trying to score here. 2 goals, a really helpful margin. Let's see if she can do it. A lot of contact right there. No shot on net. And we'll re-rack it. So once again, Benedict gets it saved by Ryan. A lot of time being taken off the clock right here. Comac's pressing this team down. And over the heads and out of bounds. Comac will take over. Really, really good defense right there to disallow any pass from the goalie. Three minutes left. Time not on the side of Bayshore now. Comac really trying to take some time off the clock here, and they're doing it pretty well. And then they're going to take as much time off as they can. There's still 40 seconds left on this shot clock. Over the middle, batted around and taken by Bayshore. They got to send it down the field quick. There we go. And that and ends up in a bad spot. Frank's going to take over with it. And so now a reset shot clock. You heard it from a fan. They got to start pressuring the ball. This time's going to run out sooner than they know it. What can Frank do with it? Going to swing it all the way around the net. Now brings it in. No shot made. Arizona's now. Spinning. Still no shot. Oh, man, big hit right there. 2 players go to the ground. Everyone's back up. Clock stops with 49.8 to go. 23 seconds on the shot clock, so Comac cannot end the game on this possession by running timeout. But Arizona's may be able to put things away with the goal here. She got covered up there by 2 defenders. Now it's Benedict. Puts one over the middle. And that one goes through. Kolmacek once again. And that might be the goal to settle things here. Up 2 now with 38 seconds remaining. And if Bayshore wants a chance in this one, they're going to need a goal right now and really fast. A lot of their possessions that have led to points have been slow and tedious, where they've been able to work this Comac defense and wear them out. That's not something you can do in 38 seconds. We'll see if the approach changes here as we head to the end of this one. Ball bounced up in the air. Comac takes over. A big-time face-off that Sarah Frank's able to take. And with the shot clock turned off and time to spare, they've got 20 seconds to run out. And so pretty much the equivalent of victory formation here for Comac. They drop a 6-point lead in the third quarter, go down 1, enter the fourth quarter, and score 2 goals, both by Ava Kolmachuk. A big part in this game. Comac going to take the win in this one. And when it just felt like they were down and out, Bayshore would run away in this fourth quarter. Comac storms back in the fourth quarter. Scores 3 times to take the win, 12-10. A big-time win for the Cougars. And this is Dylan Popeska signing off. We'll see you once again for girls varsity flag football coverage on May 4th, Senior Day. Until then, this is Dylan Popeska signing off, and thank you for watching.